Damn, this has turned out to be a good year for movies so far. So Midnight Special follows Michael Shannon, who's a father to a boy who's got very special abilities. And they're on the run. The government wants this kid because they think that he's a weapon. This cult thinks that he's humanity's savior. So they're hunting this kid down, but Michael Shannon, Joel Edgerton, Kirsten Dunst, they're not having it. This is one of my most anticipated films of 2016. I'm a huge fan of Jeff Nichols, the guy that did Take Shelter and Mud, and I gotta tell you, I loved this movie. So let's get into the likes and the dislikes. First of all, this movie throws you into the mix from the get-go. There's no build-up. Everything's already happened. They're on the run. This is almost like if there was a 10-episode season of something, this would be like starting off on episode 4 when you've missed 1 through 3. You don't have that build-up, but I liked that a lot because it was really riveting from the get-go. I was very intrigued. The only problem is that there's the potential for you not to feel that much for Shannon and the kid and not really understand or believe, you know, how he feels for the child. But thankfully the actors give such compelling performances that I was instantly convinced of their dedication and love for this kid. The kid I keep referring to, I should give him a name. His name's Alton, and he's played by Jaeden Lieberher, something like that. He gives a really great performance for a child actor. I mean, let's be honest, a lot of times child actors are either just, they're not good because they're inexperienced, or they have a lot of potential, but sometimes they overact. But he fell into neither of those traps. He really held his own against a very talented adult cast. In particular, Joel Edgerton proves once again that he is one of the better actors working today. This guy, I mean, he really disappears into his roles. And although I cannot help but see and hear Kylo Ren every time Adam Driver's on screen, he gave a hell of a performance as a guy who is now in charge but is in way over his head. He has one scene in particular where he's meeting the kid for the first time and he's kind of sheepishly inching toward him. I thought that was really funny. Not all of Adam Driver's attempts at humor actually landed, but that one did. I'll get into the other stuff in my negatives. And I'm not even going to waste time talking about how great Michael Shannon is in this because, let's be honest, we already knew he was going to be awesome in this movie. But the real star of this movie is Jeff Nichols, the director. He's now proven that he's a force to be reckoned with in Hollywood. I mean, this is his hat trick. He has such a unique way of blending suspense, mystery, and genuine emotional depth, and he makes it look so damn easy. The one concern I had with him for this movie is that his budget was like $20 million, which is like $10 to $15 million larger than he's ever worked with in the past. So I was a little bit worried about, was he going to overdo it with the special effects and CGI, and I'm happy to report that he does not. He uses those sparingly, so whenever you come across a scene that has action and special effects in it, you actually appreciate it that much more. In fact, he put more of an emphasis on the musical score and used that to his advantage to dial up the tension in some of these chase sequences. And once again, we come across another polarizing ending that just so happened to work for me. I actually got enough of my questions answered based on what they had told us earlier in the movie that I was satisfied. And that actually leads me to my dislikes, because even though I was fine with the ending based on the information they had given us, I just wish they gave us more information. I wish that they fleshed it out just a little bit more. I'm not asking for the movie to show all its cards, but just like 1 or 2 more, that's all. Going back to what I actually mentioned earlier about Adam Driver's attempts at comedy, there were a few times where there was a little bit of humor kind of put in there that just didn't feel like it fit. One time in particular was when Adam Driver asks one of the characters to punch him in the face. I was like, I don't know why, it didn't seem like it fit that scene and the tone of the movie at that point. I don't know, it just didn't work for me. But overall, this is a movie that's just working on all fronts. I mean, it's got great performances, great direction, wonderful screenplay. The suspense, mystery, and emotional depth is all intertwined in a very effective way. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. It's absolutely something I would go see in theaters, and I'm glad that I did. So I gotta give Midnight Special a 4.5 out of 5. But that's just what I think, take it or leave it. But what do you guys think? Have you seen Midnight Special? Have you seen any of Jeff Nichols' other films like Take Shelter or Mud? Let me know down in the comment section. Let's talk about it. Seriously though, if you haven't seen Take Shelter, please do yourself a favor. See that movie. It's amazing. And guys, thank you so much for watching my review. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. And do me a favor, if you like this video, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. That way you'll get updates whenever I post new videos, so we can do this again soon. I'll check you later.
Check you later. Check you later. Hey man, get off my case. Oh man. Chicks don't want to hear that shit.